Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Axel Zhou, the product manager of Advantech IRTU. I would like to introduce you a new product, which is the Intelligent RTU. It's the new product line of ADAM series. It is ADAM-3600 series. Where we mentioned about IoT structure, we realize that the cloud and the smart node structures. So ADAM-3600 series is placed as a smart node in the far and wide area. Especially it provides a precise sensing technology and can transfer all the data to the cloud through the telecommunication technologies. So for this kind of devices, we have provide and equip some features on the unit. It will have very robust features to survive in a harsh environment. And because it is an intelligent device, so it will have a self-diagnosis and self-healing capability. It is a very important component in the IoT structure, so it will provide a customer a pre-treatment of the big data. As a part of SCADA system, it can connect to the cloud SCADA system quickly and easily. To implement the IoT system into the industrial, it will service three levels of customer. First one is engineer. Engineer can enjoy the remote diagnosis and the remote maintenance features of the RTU. For the operator, RTU also provide a very easy and intuitive monitoring and control interface. For the updatable managers, it provides visual data which can help them to do the measurement and making some strategy. For RTU, we provide not only a component, we provide a solution-ready package. RTU can seamlessly integrate it with our SCADA system, which is the Web Access. Web Access is Advantech web-based SCADA software. Web Access can seamlessly integrate with our ADAM-3600 series and provide customer a one-stop shopping for IoT software and hardware, which would minimize the purchasing and the support effort to our customer. ADAM-3600 series is the new generation ADAM for our IoT era. Designed as an all-in-one structure, which would reduce customer integration efforts. On the left-hand side, we provide a very powerful computing platform, and also we have a real-time Linux in the system. Provide customer a PC and a PLC programming language. And the protocol is very important to RTU. We provide many kinds of protocol for customer to choose. For the center part, you can see a white cover. On the bottom, we provide customer 2 Ethernet ports and 3 serial ports for customer to do the wired communication. Open the cover, you will see 2 PCIe mini card slots inside. This is the modularized wireless design for customer to support the 4G, 3G, and the GPS as well as the ZigBee communication interfaces. On the right-hand side, we have a built-in I/O system. We have a built-in 8 AI and 8 DI and as well as 4 DO on the board. If you got the devices, you don't need any expansion modules. You have these I/Os for you to use. Also, we provide 4 flexible expansion slots for customer to install some small modules for the small points expansions. And the whole system is certified by -40 to 70 operation temperatures. IRTU has the modularized wireless design. It provides 2 PCIe mini card slots for flexible wireless options. It provides not only Wi-Fi 3G GPS, as well as Zigbee communication interface. For this kind of design, customer can easily to upgrade the latest wireless automobile technologies. Also, if you locally have some preferred brand modules, we can also help you to integrate your modules into this open system. IRTU ADAM-3600 series is focused on the oil and gas and water application, but we now see many kinds of application is beyond this vertical market. For example, some customers have already used it in the facility monitoring or transportation monitoring, and some successful case is using on the smart agriculture, such as the greenhouse monitoring or irrigation systems. ADAM-3600 series have already successfully implemented in the oil field in China. This picture shows real case in the field. You can see the ADAM-3600 series is mounted in the control cabinet beside the oil pump. The first one, the left-hand side one, is in the northwest oil field in China, which is the very typical oil well monitoring and control. On the right-hand side is in the north of China, which is for some special control for the oil pump, which called soft PID control for oil pump. This picture shows very typical application architecture in the smart oil field. Usually, RTU will connect to some wired and wireless sensors and transfer the data to the center by 3G GPS or Wi-Fi protocols. And this page is for the south to north water diversion project in China, and this application is in the Beijing city. In this application, RTU in the control cabinet is connected to the flow meter and some PLC under the ground. On the left-hand side is the real case WebSS running in the center stations. And this picture, I will show you the very typical architecture for the pump station management. RTU have a flexible I/O solutions support various kinds of devices protocols. It can also seamlessly integrate with our WebSS. Also, it provides the remote diagnosis and firmware upgrades. Customer can doing the maintenance remotely. Also, it have a built-in web page for customer to do the online monitoring. In the center stations, our WebSS can also integrate with the Google Map and to do the overview monitoring. ADAM-3600 series have already successful application in the smart agriculture applications in the southwest of China. And the customer use ADAM-3600 series as the economical controller to communicate with the flexible I/O systems. ADAM-3600 series not only can communicate with our traditional ADAM series, it supports the Wi-Fi interface can communicate with our new WISE 4000 series wireless I/O modules. Also, it has a GB interfaces to do the communication with some specific vertical sensor meters. The CPU capacity can handle maximum to up to 3,000 tags. Below, I will introduce some key technology for the IRTU, which is the very important technology in the IoT era. The important technology is TagLink. TagLink is the technology embedded in the ADAM-3600 series. It is a technology to transfer all the physical value customer concern to the text, and the technology can secure the linkage with the cloud and the other sensor nodes. For this kind of technology will benefit three typical applications as below. The first one is RTU. It is the sense all the data into the RTU and the interaction with each other. The second one is gateway. RTU can transfer all the physical value into text and doing the conversion inside the devices. The third one is the concentrator applications. All the physical value transferred to text and stored in the RTU and transferred to the upstream services at one time. Through the technology of TagLink, there is 8 key functionalities have already empowered by the TagLink and now is working in the ADAM-3600 series. The first one is data acquisition. The second one is cloud connection and the control and the protocol, as well as calculation, diagnosis, web server, and the logger functions. They are all now available in the ADAM-3600 series. I will introduce the functionality one by one in the next section. And the below diagram shows the detail of TagLink. TagLink itself is actually a real-time database running inside the IRTU devices. It doing the data acquisition to all the I/O systems. Also, it sends all the system information as a system tag. Also, we provide the calculation functionalities for calculation tag and the user tag. All the tags can service all the applications such as control web servers, etc. Also, customer can use the same interface to do their programming. For example, they can use our Linux C SDK and SPI to develop his own customized protocol or algorithm. All the settings of the text is through the XML configuration files. These files can be edited by the offline utility IRTU Studio. The first one is the data acquisition functionalities. The RTU provides rich onboard I/O systems and the 4-slot expansion capabilities. The onboard I/O design is the very cost-effective design with the high adaptability for various application field size. And the expansion systems is very flexible and convenient. While you're doing the expansions, customers don't need to expand the extra space in the control cabinet. And because the flexible designs, customers don't need to prepare many RTU models in the inventory for the spare parts. Customer only need one kind of main unit and other kinds of small modules in the stock. One thing should be mentioned is the interface of the small module is the standard SPI interfaces. Customer can also leverage this kind of interface to develop their own customized modules. ADAM-3600 series support wireless communication and wire communication on board and the expansion I/O systems. We provide a unified interface for customer to do the easy to do the engineering. When customer finish all the configurations, there is a table very clear and very convenient to let customers see all the text. ADAM-3600 series is an open system, so the open Linux system can do many kinds of things beyond customers' imaginations. For example, the TagLink technology have the same I/O structure as the WebSS. So WebSS has 200 I/O drivers can transfer to the RTU to use. The second one is that Linux system have the many resources on the internet. So in this case, the RTU can leverage the standard Ethernet query, ODBC query to communicate with Microsoft SQL servers to get data back to the RTU and transfer to the tag and upload to the cloud services. The third one is in some cases, the RTU need to communicate with some unknown meters with some unknown standards or non-standard meters or protocols. Customers don't need to understand all the protocols or implement the protocols into the RTU. They just need to know the porting logic, what command should be sent, and what is the real value we want to use, and then extract from the response. For the calculation, we'd like to let customer that the RTU can do the translation from the raw data to the real physical data locally. Okay, in the traditional way, the SCADA get the raw data from the RTU. Now it is not the very good method in the new IoT era because it will cause some redundant tasks or some misunderstandings with our communication with some IT engineers. In the new way, we provide intelligent RTU with TagLink, which could provide customer a very intuitive data access because while the SCADA query the RTU, it is the meaningful query, and we respond the real physical data. For example, the SCADA would query the tag, for example, is the oil temperature. Then the RTU will respond 100 degrees C. This is very intuitive, the response, and everybody knows the meaning. Besides the data itself, the new way would equip the data with the quality and the timestamp as well. Not only the analog I/O data scaling, we also provide the calculation tag, which is that we provide a very simple configuration tools. Customer can integrate some text into the formula and calculate the meaningful value easily. For example, in some applications, the real flow rate is calculated by the temperature and the pressure and the difference of pressures. Then combine these three variables, we can have a real flow rate easily. And the user tag is the inverse tag for customer to transfer values or set values from the upstream updatable applications to the RTU. The very important function for the RTU is the reliable connection with the cloud. And the RTU provides a very quick and easy connection with the web access. And this kind of method resolves the dynamic IP issues and the bandwidth issues of the mobile networking. You may already know that where we hook on the network by the mobile network, we will get the different IP each time. So the services on the cloud will not discover your IP. So the RTU would actively report the IP to the cloud services. This is the where IAM active connection protocol supported by the RTU. And this is the essential protocol proprietary for supported by the web access. While we communicate with the web access, we have many kinds of protocol. And web access provide a proprietary protocol, which is the WA SCADA. It's a very high efficient and quick method to communicate with RTU and web access. The very important feature to secure the connection is that we have to secure the cellular service always online. We have three labels mechanism to recover the connection for customer. We have two kinds of the monitoring mechanisms. One is by pin, and another one is by the monitoring for the data traffic. Another important function is the diagnosis. We provide the ICD manager for the user to monitor the communication interface quality remotely. This function is leveraged from the power substations. This function is used in the digital acquisition technology to the communication port. And we can use this data to compare with the existing patterns set by users. For serial, we provide 4 kinds of user behavior you can set in the RTU. Also, for the Ethernet port, we provide also 4 kinds of application modes for customer to set. Include the ICD manager, we provide 28 system tags to help customers to master his systems. For example, we provide the system tag for customer to monitor the system, the CPU, RAM, SD card, memories, and the node ID. Also, customer can use the system tag to monitor the wireless connection and the wired connections, for example, serial and the Ethernet. And the customer not just watch, they can interact with these system tags. For example, they can log this system tag into the logger functions, then come back to see what happens while something wrong. And also, customer can link this system tag to the programs. For example, they can use the C programs or the later function block program to interact with the system tag. Next one is that customer can also mapping the text to the protocol, then communication with the up-label services. The very convenient way is that the customer can use his phone or the mobile devices to check the online web page and check all the system status locally. For the control functions, ADAM-3600 series has the built-in PLC and PC controller inside. Inside the RTU, we have a very robust runtime kernel running in the system. And one thing is very important is the service is free. Also, the integrated development environment is free, and you can now download it on the website. For the PC users, customer can use the Linux C to do the high-level programming. And we provide a very full documentation as well as examples on the website to guide customers to do the program development. We also provide tool chains and SOPs as well as sample course on the website for customer. For the local functions, we provide a very simple interface. Customer just need to select the text and some configuration, then enable the functionalities. For these functions, customer don't need very complicated settings. They just click and enable it, and everything will work. The technology is leveraged from the SQLite plus the TagLink technologies. And use this interface while you finish the settings, finish the configurations. We will hint you the requirement balance need to be inserted in the device, which is the size of the SD card will be hint by the utility. As for the web page, we provide a customer very comfortable way to monitor their data. We have the built-in HTML5 plus RESTful services, and for these two combinations, customer can use any browser to browse their concerned data. Through this interface, not only the text will be monitoring, they can also use this interface to do the online image updates. They can also check the version informations, connection informations, also have the system status informations on the same web page. The RTU is meant to communication with the world. So in the big data area, we know one thing, that the mobile is not enough. That is because that we need to upload the data actively with timestamp, which is not supported by the mobiles. But the new protocol DMP3 or web-based proprietary protocols where WA SCADA is supported. So by leveraging these new protocols, customer can have a screenshot of event and the data with timestamp. Then all the data is stored in the RTU. Then it can come back to the services by while the connection is rebuilt. For many kinds of protocols, we provide a very easy interface for user to manage all kinds of tag to the protocols. In the left-hand side, you can see each protocol is provided as the services on the tree view. So you can expand the services node and see all the supported protocols on the left-hand side, and you double-click on the in the page. Then you can have a very quick and easy access to all the text. For the DMP3, it's a very modern and robust intelligence protocols, especially for the RTU applications. It features a classification of field data. Also, it supports report by exception functions. Also, the timestamp as well as the communication to the multi-masters. One thing should be mentioned is this: the source code is sourced from the very famous provider Triangle Microworks. So the DMP3 in the RTU is well certified. In the conclusion, why choose Advantech IRTU? Because the most important function for the RTU is communication. The communication always be handled by the embedded system, and now Advantech is the world-leading embedded technology provider. We also have a very reliable, trusted quality assurance system to customer to provide a continual and stable quality products. Also, ADAM-3600 series is the new product series of ADAM families. It successes the reliable I/O technologies for ADAMs in this field for 20 years. This device have a very good development strategy would target to provide a customer very good user experience in the IoT applications. For the global, we provide a global support network to the IoT solutions. We provide not only a RTU, we provide the SCADA softwares. We provide the A-key communication modules. We also have RTU controllers. So customer can do the one-stop shopping for all the IoT solutions needed. So if you have any requirement to construct the IoT system for your business, for your industrial, try to contact our application engineer or our sales representations. Thank you.